It's something. It's something, all right. It is an album that does not sound like Loveless, which is what I was expecting it to sound like, but I wasn't quite expecting it to sound like this. Um, Sorry, my dad's calling me, but he'll have to wait. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and go track by track on this thing. 3.5 out of 5. It's okay. There's stuff on here that's really cool, and there's some stuff that, like, doesn't do anything for me, really. Soft as Snow, but Warm Inside. Really odd foot to start the album out on, as they don't really get this weird again later in. This is probably the weirdest track on here, I would say. As far as, like, I don't know, just being like a tonal surprise, I guess. Very compelling guitar sonics already, though. They got the vacuum sound in there. Lose My Breath. Love the anxiety built over this guitar part, and the tension, it really only relieves briefly when we get like a 5-1 resolution at the end of the chorus, I guess, and only sometimes. What a cool track. Definitely a highlight. Really cool. Stupid Come. I told you in the last video, I was like, I can't talk today. Cupid Come. The ingredients in this soup of a song, they don't really form together into a whole for me. It feels like one of those tracks a band makes when they're still kind of being like informed by their contemporaries and their past influences before they go on to kind of do their own seminal thing. Which I definitely did get with Ecstasy and Wine, which I recently reacted to. But like, I don't know, those are, I guess, closer to genres that I like. This just kind of felt a little like dry, I guess. I don't know. When You Wake, You're Still in a Dream has some decent guitar riffs. There's some cool vocal layering as well. The track as a whole just kind of lacks punch for me, though. And then No More Sorry. This and Lose My Breath feel like the obvious highlights on the album. More of that tense soundscape work with like the devastating lyrics from Belinda. I just love when songwriters can craft an instrumental worthy and fitting of the lyrics they put over it. Elliott Smith was great at that. All I Need. Really interesting guitar explorations here, and it's kind of closer to that dense, loveless shoegaze, too. So that means I like it more. Feed Me With Your Kiss. It's like, what a brutal death rock riff. It's not really the type of MBB I reach for, but it's hard to deny that this song got a little something, something. Suicide, suicide. I get what the lyrics are trying to do, but the song as a whole really feels like a dud. Several Girls Galore, and it's a bit too thin of a song. There's some interesting production, but I feel like what little this song does was like done better in previous tracks. You Never Should is not a bad one per se. The choruses are nice. I don't know. Maybe I think like the guitar work is just kind of uninteresting here. Nothing Much to Lose has a very nice riff to verse contrast on this one, which I feel like riff to verse contrast is really strong, a strong element of Loveless. And they do it really well here. Feels a bit closer to like some other shoegaze contemporaries of the time as well, like that European shoegaze sound. I can see it, but I can't feel it. I love when they toy with the inclusion of an acoustic guitar on these weirder produced tracks, much like Lose My Breath. It's not a highlight on the album, but it makes sense to kind of end things this way. So favorites are Lose My Breath and No More Sorry, with shout outs to All I Need, Nothing Much to Lose, and I Can See It, but I Can't Feel It. So yeah, I don't love this album. I love a couple tracks, and there's a few others that are interesting, but they just kind of make me wish I was listening to Loveless. So personality-wise, this album didn't really click with me a whole lot, and I feel like that's okay. I think if you're coming from a more experimental, post-punky angle, weird alt-rock, if you're more into Sonic Youth, maybe this album would be a bit closer to what you might like. I don't know. It's just a little stale for me. Whereas like Lose My Breath and No More Sorry are just really interesting, compelling, darker tracks. I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. We're going to be doing the EPs soon. I haven't recorded those yet, and then we'll be doing the 2013 MBV self-titled as well. So I don't really have a whole lot else to compare it to, except for like Ecstasy and Wine, which was way more stripped back and straightforward. They weren't really toying with their sound as much on that material. But so my follow-up for Isn't Anything, decent, cool stuff, worth checking out for sure if you're an MBV fan. And that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, fare thee well. Godspeed.